Hi, I'm Cathy Thomas. Zach Layton, chef owner of Babette's in Newport Coast, is a master of clean cuisine. Babette's is an eatery that boasts luscious, fresh dishes with a snazzy vibe. He joins us to show how to prepare his truffled cauliflower almond soup. Welcome, Chef. I'm
Thank you so much.
Excited about this soup, and it's vegan.
It's vegan, yeah. So one of the things that we do at Babette's is we make really clean food. I mean, that's what we go for. And one of the things we like to do is show people that you can make an incredible vegan soup or vegan dish that has a lot of depth of flavor and it feels rich.
It's not deprivation.
Not even close.
Not even close.
So we're doing what we call a truffled cauliflower almond soup. It's one of the soups that we're known for at Babette's. And what I love most about it is it's really approachable and easy. So we're just gonna start real simple, just with a large onion. And the thing that I really like about doing a pureed soup like this is you don't have to worry about all these really fine dices and fine cuts, right? Because it's all gonna get pureed down anyway. So we'll get this up to about medium heat. I personally really like using grapeseed oil. It's really clean, really high burn temperature. We don't really want much brown on these onions. We just want them to get to the point where they're really translucent. And we're just keeping our eye on it. As they start to sizzle, we're just giving them a stir every once in a while. While that's going, we can now take our head of cauliflower. We're just doing a real rough chop on this. I like to start by just cutting it completely in half. And then I go in and core it very simply by just coming at an angle. We're gonna really chop them down, but very rough chop.
And I see you're using an offset serrated knife.
Of all the knives in the world that I've gotten the pleasure of using, I have this incredible German knife from my father, this beautiful 10-inch knife that's been passed down, and I love it, and I try and keep it by me at all times. There's something about the utility of an offset serrated knife that it's hard to beat. So something else that we can get going right now is we have slivered almonds, which are actually gonna create the cream component to our soup. But we want to save a little bit of it for our garnish. Right? So we'll take a smaller frying pan, we'll put that on a very, very, very low heat. The thing you want to be careful about when you toast off nuts is it feels like nothing's happening. Oh my God, they're burnt.
Right? You gotta keep your eye on them.
You gotta keep your eye on it, but also set yourself up for success. Keep it on a really low temperature. So I'd say we're pretty good here. The next step, we're just gonna take all this cauliflower and just dump it right in this pot. All right, we'll give that a good stir. We are now going to add the 2 cups of sliced almonds.
And what are those sliced almonds gonna bring to the soup?
Cream, essentially.
Right. For folks that are entertaining at home, they can make this soup in advance.
Absolutely.
Cool it, put it in the refrigerator, and then reheat it when they're entertaining.
100%. We're just gonna take 2 sprigs at a time. We don't really want this to cook too much in here, but we do wanna get a little of the aromatics out of it. For this soup, we really like the fact that it's like cauliflower flavor forward.
Right.
And so when I add veggie stock to that, it changes it slightly. We put in some really nice purified water, and that just like really helps the cauliflower and the onions and the almonds, all of it just come through.
And look at the water's already taking on the color of
it's amazing,
onions.
right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We can turn the heat up a little bit on this.
Okay.
We're gonna simmer this for a little while. If you get to a boil, you wanna bring it down. A slow simmer is fantastic. And what you're looking for is when you grab a piece of the cauliflower and push it to the edge, that there's some give.
Let's take a look at this. It's all bubbled down. And show me how you test the cauliflower.
What you do is you sort of take a piece and you can feel with your spoon, you get that break.
Tender but not mush.
Exactly.
Got it.
The almonds toasted up, so we turn those off. The last step to this, we're just gonna blend this down.
Okay.
So you wanna make sure that you have enough liquid in there, a good balance between liquid and solid. Just slowly bring it up. We'll season while it's in the blender. Right? And that's it. Pour some of this.
Oh, it's such a beautiful consistency, isn't it?
And then we take a little bit of high quality truffle oil. If you're really up for it, you can get some truffles, finely mince them, and just put them in with extra virgin olive oil and let that flavor sort of seep out. Just a few of our little slivered almonds, and there we have it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, simple, very few ingredients. and rich. You know, it's not gonna taste like a vegan soup, which is our goal.
It's creamy, it's aromatic, and I know it's gonna be delicious. Thank you so much, Chef.
And it's good for you, don't forget about that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much for having me in your kitchen.
Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. Mustard greens get tamed when spicy sausage comes to the party. Start with about 6 ounces of spicy Italian sausage. You just cut it from top to bottom and peel that casing off. And I've got just a smidgen of olive oil heating over here in this skillet. And I'm just gonna break off moderate little nubs, and I want them to get a little crispy because that's gonna give me a nice texture contrast. So these have had a chance to cook on both sides and get a little crispy. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add about a half of a medium brown onion that's been diced. And I'm going to bring over my mustard greens. And I submerge it in cold water, swish it around and make sure that it's nice and clean. And then I'm going to cut it into about 2-inch chunks. And I've left on some of the stems here, which I think I'm really going to like because it's going to give me a little more crunch. So on goes the lid for about 3 minutes. And during that time, I'm going to give them a toss maybe once or twice. It's looking good, but I want to cook this down for about 4 minutes at this point. All the liquid's cooked away, things are starting to sizzle. I've cooked off some farro, which is emmer wheat. I could have used pasta, I could have used brown rice. I love the chewiness of the farro. Some of my family, they like to drizzle a little red wine vinegar on the top of this. Some of them don't. I'm in the camp that likes a little vinegar on top. It's easy, delicious, and a great way to eat greens. The fruit and vegetable aisles are filled with so much potential. Try something new. Have an adventure.